known as in his Pee-wee days. Puck is batted around at center ice, taken over by Pichetti. Pichetti skates into the middle. Shot, score! Mark Pichetti skated into that high slot, beat Nick Delia stick side high, and it is 1-0 Marmion. So that's a shot that I'm guessing that Nick would want back. That was a shot where Pichetti didn't have anybody in front of him. There wasn't anybody screening Delia. It just beat him clean to that top left-hand corner, and the Cadets are up 1-0.
Wow, that was a laser.
That was a bullet. That puck had eyes, as they say. Notre Dame wins the draw. And that's a shame because Notre Dame's really done a nice job. Here comes Landvit right back. He bats it back through the crease.
Looking for a
from
quick
behind the
answer
net. That one almost deflected in off the goaltender. So, yeah, it's a shame. Notre Dame had come out strong. They played pretty well here early on, kind of pushing the offense, at least for the last couple of minutes. But Marmion's able to get that first one, and they're up 1-0. Zullo back around to Langbein. Jeremy tries to get it up and out. He does. Langbein comes down with Garcia. And the puck is taken there by Heath Powers of the Cadets. Up off the glass and out to center ice where Greco comes down with Galley, and Greco was way offsides as Galley came across the blue line. We'll have a whistle and a face-off. 10:40 left to go in period number 1. The Dons are down 1-0. They're out shooting Marmion 7-3, but a couple of defensive breakdowns here have put Nick Delia in harm's way early on, and Nick has stopped 2 out of the 3. Stopped the two hardest shots that he faced, and the one that he let up was the one, like I said, he probably would like to have back. Quentin Huning with the puck for the Dons up to Malahi. Powers has it. Puck is deflected by Esposito back down deep where Sitar skates onto it for the Cadets. It's cleared up but not out. Spencer Reisky with the shot from the point into the stomach of Visconti, where he will hold on, and we will have another face-off. So 10:21 left in period number 1. Dons down 1-0. The JV team had a really nice 5-1 victory here tonight in the game prior to this one. They really dominated the game both offensively and defensively, and walked away with a relatively easy 5-1 victory. They actually gave up the first goal of the game and then scored 5 straight. Puck is cleared out to center ice. Big hit at the red line by Quentin Huning. Knocks Owen Blanchard on his backside. Quentin using his size there to make an impact.
I felt my seek shade on that one.
Yeah, he shook the stands with that hit. We got another hit down in the corner on going the other way. Notre Dame skates onto it here. 3-on-1 if they can hurry. Here comes Zeman. Shane Zeman with the shot. Nice defense by Marmion as that pass didn't make it through, and the Cadets now skate onto it. Powers tries to play the angle. He can't, but it's skated onto by the Cadets. Battle for it, 2 to a side, skated onto by Marmion, thrown wide, nobody home. Savarese has it now for the Cadets, throws it down deep, and Spencer Reisky is going to be the first one there. He slings it along the dasher. That one took a funny bounce, and it does come out to center ice. 2-on-1. Here comes Malahi and Esposito, and they're going to call Malahi for offside. So that was a golden opportunity. A clean 2-on-1. Esposito and Malahi, and Seamus was just in ahead of Esposito, so that one gets whistled down for an offsides. Zullo out there now with Landvit and Langbein. This is the Dons' top line.
Gotta like what Notre Dame has in mind here, though. Very aggressive on the forecheck and offensively bringing the heat even harder, so that's great.
Yeah, they're using their body. They're trying to use their size. The offense has looked good. They just haven't been able to put one past the Marmion goaltender yet. Back to the point. Shot is gloved down by Nick Delia there, and we will have another face-off to his left with 8:48 left in the first period. Dons trail 1-0 on a goal scored by Mark Pichetti on a long wrist shot. He was really only a couple of steps inside the blue line, had a clean look at the goal and beat Nick Delia blocker side high, picked that corner, and gave the Cadets an early 1-0 lead. Zulo has the puck, backhands it around. Dons are not able to get it out as the puck is misplayed there. Stick lifted, avoids the shot there. Puck goes into the crease, and the net's going to come off its moorings for the second time here in the first period. A couple of players end up inside the net with Nick Delia, who's making sure all the bits and bobs are where they should be, checking his fingers, checking his toes. He looks to be okay.
It was a rough landing there for him. It was pretty crowded there at the crease.
Yeah, it's tough as a goalie because you're doing your best to pay attention to the puck and you're not looking at who's coming at you from where. So it's like, if you've ever been in a car accident, you aren't able to brace yourself for it, and it just comes out of nowhere. And that's what happens when you're a goaltender, because you're keeping an eye on your puck from your left, and then from the right, here come two players ready to take your head off. So puck is cleared out into center ice, and this one will go all the way down for an icing with 8:20 left. Still 1-0 here at the Mount Prospect Ice Arena. Tonight's CCHL matchup between the Notre Dame Dons and the Marmion Academy Cadets. Jesus Mauricio and Aaron Schellen bringing you tonight's varsity action. The JV Dons, as I mentioned just a bit ago, had an easy 5-1 victory over the JV Cadets. So Don's looking to match what JV did here in the varsity game. They got a little bit of work to do to get to that point. Puck is kept in by the Cadets. Samuel Greco has it over to Galley. Galley loses the puck. It's taken away by Notre Dame, and out with it comes Zulo. Zulo tries to skate through two defenders. He does. Zulo in all alone, and that puck goes wide. Joe McPartland with the shot. That one is going to be wide and covered up by Viscomi. So nice individual effort by Joey Zulo to split the defense, go in all alone. Tried to go forehand, backhand, lifted up over the goaltender's pad, but Viscomi was able to make the save and covered up the rebound to avoid any further trouble. And the Dons will have a face-off to his right. Alex Georges on the draw for the Dons. Face-off is lost, but the Dons are able to keep it in. Shot deflects in on the goaltender. And Jacob Holton is buried in the crease for his trouble there. But that's exactly what you want to do if you're the Dons and you get the puck at the point. Get it on net. You hope for a rebound, because you saw that puck deflected in on the goaltender, and that could very easily bounce past him for a goal. So.
Oh, yeah. Any one of these definitely have heat on it to get in for sure.
Dons win the draw again, keep it in for a second. That puck is shot in, kept in by Notre Dame again momentarily, and then skated onto by Michael Greco. Michael Greco throws it down in deep. Shannon's going to be the first one on it for Notre Dame. Stops, backhands it around. Leo Psycho's going to take it for Notre Dame. He backhands it up, but not out. Kept in at the point by Sitar. Throws it in on Delia. Nick is there for the initial shot. The rebound goes behind the net. Notre Dame tries to get it up out of their zone, and they are just able to. We got a 2-on-1 now, Psycho and Holton. Holton goes wide with it, throws it to Leo Psycho, and Psycho is knocked off the play by Sitar. Down to 7 minutes left in the period. Munson skates onto it for the Cadets. It's stolen there by Notre Dame. In the slot to Esposito. Shot from the point. Gill rebound, deflects in. That one is covered up.
Wow.
Another golden opportunity for the Dons. Another beautiful save by Viscomi. And he's keeping the Dons scoreless on his own. So nice shot by Gill from the point, and that shot deflected right to Spencer Reisky at that far post, and Spencer just was not able to get that puck off the ice and beat the goaltender.
Great opportunity for Notre Dame, but Dempsey sprawling and making the save.
Notre Dame outshooting Marmion 13-6 here in the first period. So the chances have been there. Notre Dame just hasn't been able to convert yet. But you have to think if they keep up this level of offense that the goals will come.
Eventually, yeah, they got to tire the defense, maybe the goaltender somehow. One of these shots will get through for sure. This effort will not get overlooked.
Zeman throws it down deep. It's taken away by Zeman. Zeman back to the point to Gill. Gill with the wrist shot deflected by Esposito, goes just wide.
Didn't miss by much either.
Nope, Reisky has it, loses the puck, and it is skated onto by Notre Dame out at center ice. Backhanded in by Zeman, and the Dons will change up at least a part of their forward line here. Langbein has it, skates onto it, and flips it back into the Marmion zone. He'll forecheck while the rest of the line changes up. That one bounces right up into the slot. Notre Dame has it. Backhanded by Langbine. Score! Jeremy Langbine kept with it, stuck with it, took over the loose puck, backhanded it 5-hole, and the Dons have tied this one at 1.
Way to capitalize on the situation, getting the puck behind the net, getting it to the point like you said, and finally one gets through for the Dons. Way to go, Notre Dame.
Yeah, Jeremy Langbine with a really nice forecheck there. Thankfully for him, the Marmion player overskated the puck. Jeremy hopped on it, circled around to his backhand, and beat the goaltender 5-hole, and we're all knotted at 1. So we just said that, you know, they keep playing offense the way they're playing it, and they will eventually beat the goaltender, and they did. We got a nice crowd here as well for Notre Dame hockey. Down to our left are the Notre Dame fans, down to the right are the Marmion fans, and the Notre Dame side of things is pretty full. So nice representation for the Dons fans here tonight. Langbine battling in the corner, comes at it with it. Puck is centered, the net comes off its moorings, and they haven't blown the whistle yet. Down the other way with it comes Galley. Galley leaves it for Greco, and that one's going to deflect wide and out of the zone. So Samuel Greco, the very dangerous Samuel Greco, with 9 points in 3 games. Jeremy Langbine absolutely destroys his man in front of the penalty box. The Dons are throwing their weight around. Nick Delia, right pad up to his glove, and the puck is deflected into the corner. Very exciting first period here. Shot in on Delia, hits him in the Notre Dame, and we will have a whistle and a draw. 4:56 left in the first period. 1-1 is the score. Dons out shooting Marmion 14-9 here in a very fun first period of hockey. A lot of up and down, a lot of odd man rushes, a lot of offense, some excellent goaltending on both sides. It's been some fun hockey here in the first period.
Definitely, yeah. Notre Dame looking to take advantage of this momentum here late into the second.
14 shots already for the Dons as Reisky wraps it up and not out, thrown back into the near corner.
Notre Dame goal scored by number 15, Jeremy.
Reisky plays that one up.
Assisted by Zach Landvit at 5:50.
They're going to give Zach Landvit an assist on that one as he was the one who cleared it in. Here comes Marmion now 2-on-1. Shot whistles wide, around and out. So Zach Landvit's going to pick up the assist there. That's a generous assist for Zach, but we'll go ahead and give it to him nonetheless. Like 3 other people touched the puck between the time that Landvit touched it and Langbine touched it, but you know, that's fine. It's a home scoring, so we'll give it to him. 1-1 here, 4:10 left to go. Marmion skates onto it. Here comes here comes Marmion with it, excuse me. Down the near side, puck is cleared up into center ice by Esposito. Dumped right back in by Marmion, skated onto by Gill. Gill tries to hit Landvit with it. It goes through him, and that one's cleared down in deep. Excuse me, that's Alex Georges, 18, not 38. Holton skates onto it now for the Dons. Here comes Holton, goes up the near boards. Georges and Holton both go after it. That puck is centered. It trickles out into the slot. Nobody home, and the Dons just didn't have anybody in the slot there, but that was another golden opportunity. Holton on the puck for Notre Dame, skates under a check there. He saw that one coming from a mile away, and he went low bridge to avoid that hit. Yep. Down with it comes Powers. He has the puck taken away from him. Quentin Huning has it, slings it around. It's kept in by Marmion. Backhanded up to Psycho. Leo Psycho gets it up and out to center ice for the Dons. Down to 3 minutes left in the first period. Jacob Holton on the forecheck now for Notre Dame. Almost stole that one. Taken now by Marmion up into center ice. Notre Dame skates onto it. Here they come the other direction. Joe McPartland tries to beat his man. He's not able to. Nice pinch, though, by McPartland to steal that puck. Notre Dame has it behind the Marmion net now. Kept, not able to be kept in by Hunig, and it's flipped back in. The Dons have to tag. They do. Marmion comes cross ice with the pass. Across the red line, dumped in gently right to Jack Taylor. Taylor with it up along the near boards, up and out, where Joey Zullo gives chase. Puck is tapped back into the Notre Dame zone, and Joe McPartland is knocked down there. No whistle. Coaching staff wanted an interference call, nothing given there. Zeman skates onto it for Notre Dame, and he's able to clear it in deep. Zullo on the forecheck now for Notre Dame. 2 minutes left in period 1 in a 1-1 hockey game. Zullo comes out with it, tries to hit Esposito in the slot. The pass just missed him. Nice defensive play by Jack Taylor to keep that one out. Here comes Esposito, skates, leaves it for Zeman. Zeman back to Esposito, and that just goes under his stick as the Dons look to change. Taylor with another nice stick play there. Good stick work by Jack Taylor here on this shift for him. 1.5 minutes left. Puck is stolen away by Langbine. Langbine looks, throws it cross ice, nobody home. Almost hit Garcia, who hasn't been out there in a few minutes, but that one went just wide of his stick. Notre Dame's able to clear it up, but not out. Nick Janke on it now for the Dons. He loses the puck there to Pacheco. Pacheco loses control of the puck. The shot in to Greco off the post and in. Samuel Greco denied by the post on the first shot. Doesn't miss the second time, and Marmion is up 2-1.
Quick sequence there, but yeah, Marmion scoring the go-ahead goal there, and Delia looked confused there, but hopefully Notre Dame can come back from this stronger.
Yeah, that was a tough play. I mentioned Greco at the top of the broadcast, and he skated in, and that first shot hit the post, and unfortunately for the Dons, the rebound off the post came right back to Greco, and he didn't miss the second time, and the Dons are now down again here 2-1. Again, though, if you're a Notre Dame fan, you have to feel pretty good about the way this period is going. They've given up those 2 goals, but offensively they've looked really, really sharp. Here they go again. Esposito has it. He's knocked off the puck as he attempts the shot from the slot. You have to feel pretty good about it if you're Notre Dame. In with it comes Pichetti. He's got his legs taken out from underneath him. No call. Spencer Reisky battles for it, and the Dons skate onto it. Zeman with it now for Notre Dame up ahead to Zullo. Zeman leaves it for Zeman. Zeman in the near corner, goes behind the net. On the forehand over to Zullo, back to the point to Shannon, and we're going to have a whistle.
That net just keeps slipping
the net
off.
Again.
Does not want to stay either side. I don't know why.
I think next week we're going to come prepped with a net off its moorings stat for you. And I think it's 4 times here in the first period, 2 at each side, that the Nets have come off their moorings for each club. But yeah, I think if you're Notre Dame, you have to feel pretty good about the way the team has played here in the first period. If not the results, the way they've played. They're out shooting them 16-10. They've done a really nice job. There's a quick shot by Garcia. Does not beat the goaltender. Don's able to keep it in for a minute. Cleared up into center ice and out. McPartland with some good defense there. Shot on Delia is saved. Attempted clear up by Notre Dame as Notre Dame skates onto it with 8 seconds left underneath the stick of Landvit. Here it comes Marmion down with a last-second opportunity, and that will do it. So we're done with 1 period here. Marmion leads 2-1. But Notre Dame looked pretty good in that first period as they took a 17-11 shots on goal advantage. Jesus and I will be back with second period action here in just a minute. And we are back with second period action. Dons are going to be going right to left here in period number 2. They trail this one 2-1. First goal of the game scored by Mark Pichetti for the Cadets as he beat Nick Delia basically from the point on a wrist shot. The Dons would get a goal back as Jeremy Langbine would beat goaltender Viscomi with the backhand 5-hole to tie it at 1. But then Samuel Greco would bat home a rebound off the post late in the first period to give Marmion a 2-1 lead. Leo Seiko on the forecheck. That one hits a stanchion and bounces right out rather than going up the boards. Kept in by Notre Dame for a minute. Marmion skates onto it there. Flipped out into center ice. Nice hit at center ice by Reisky on Grano. Holton tries to backhand it down. He can't. It's taken over by Traccio. Knocked away from him. Up ahead to Holton. Jacob Holton tries to go around Traccio. Throws it into the slot. Seiko almost bats that one in. The rebound almost knocked in. And we're going to have... the net came off the moorings again, folks. So the Dons with an offensive opportunity to start off the period, and the whistle blows because the net came off the pins once again. So Face-off will be to the right of the goaltender Viscomi.
You know, Aaron, I feel like these goals are going to come into effect late in the game. There might be the saving grace of one of these defenses.
Well, I mean, right there, Notre Dame was putting some offensive pressure on Marmion, and they got a whistle because the net popped off. So Dons win the draw as Landvit does a nice job winning the face-off. It's around the glass, around the dasher. Hunig's able to keep it in for Notre Dame, throw it down behind the Marmion goaltender. And the Cadets will skate onto it there. Langbine's able to keep it in for a moment. Langbine has it on his backhand, loses it. Up into center ice with it is Powers. Powers coming down with Gollinger. Powers on it. Landvit has it. He loses it. It bounces out into the high slot, thrown down to the far half boards, back behind the net. Zulo knocks the stick out of the Marmion player's hands and skates out, gets it out to center ice. Another Marmion player loses a stick. Langbine comes around to Zulo here down in the near corner. Back around the other way. Langbine's going to be the first one on it. He's got some pressure. Backhands it to Hunig. Quentin Hunig gets it up and not out. Garcia tries to get it out, and it's skated out by Marmion. Skated right back in. Up through center ice with it. Here comes Garcia. Maybe. He's got 3 players on him. Zulo has it with the turnaround wrist shot. Goes just wide.
Would have been great to see Garcia score there.
Yeah, Marcio Garcia played in the JV game, had a couple of assists in that one for the JV Dons. He's getting some varsity time with Landvit and Langbine up there on one of the Dons' top couple lines. Taylor has it, fights for it in the corner with 2 Marmion players, battles there, and the Dons are able to win that one. Taylor with it now for Notre Dame, up to Zeman. Up ahead to Esposito. Esposito tries to skate through the defender. He does. Here comes Esposito on the backhand score! They're going to say that stayed out. That looked in from here.
Wow.
That looked in.
They got to review that.
Shot from Shannon. And that one's going to come out. That one looked like it hit the post on the inside and bounced out. And they're going to say no goal and let him keep playing.
I think that was a quiet post there, Aaron. I think that might have been net, but I don't know.
That looked like a goal to me, but we're going to keep playing. Malahi on it for Notre Dame behind the net to Zeman. Thrown back around the other side, and we have a whistle and the net.
Wow. Wow.
That's a tough break for Notre Dame as Anthony Esposito came flying in off of the near half boards. He went backhand, looked like he beat the goaltender clean, glove side high, and it looked like it bounced off the inside of the net and came shooting right back out. And ref waved it off right away.
Granted, I feel like we had a great angle. Referee was standing behind it, but I mean, yeah, I think we had a whole bunch of referees here in the stands wanting another call.
Yeah, there were about 100 referees down to my left that all said that was a goal,
yep.
But no go for Notre Dame as they still trail 2-1. Puck cleared around by Marmion. Notre Dame trying to build off that momentum of the goal that was not, to see if they can get this one tied. Reisky has it. He's able to keep it in for a second. Back on it is Marmion. Leo Psycho on it for the Dons. In the corner now. Notre Dame skates out with it. Georges misplays the puck, and it's skated onto by Marmion Academy. Here comes Andrew Galley. Galley through the center ice, through into the slot, and shoots that one wide. There's nobody there on the other end of the pass. And Holton goes low bridge again as he sees another check come and ducks out of the way of it. And Pichetti is knocked off his skates by Gill, but the puck is kept in by Marmion. Here comes Pichetti with it again. Excuse me, that's Galley. Jacob Holton on it now for Notre Dame. Holton skates up into center ice, the bouncing puck, and he takes a hit there at the blue line by Grano. And that puck squirts onto the goaltender, and we're going to have a whistle and a face-off. So 12:51 left in the second period. The Dons out shooting Marmion here by almost a 2-1 count, 21-11. But on the scoreboard where it matters, they're down 2-1.
Psycho with that great wraparound attempt. Couldn't get it done there, but Notre Dame still looking to capitalize, hopefully to tie the game.
Yeah,
here.
Leo Psycho, a really tall, lanky skater who's got a really long reach, so that wraparound is something that he could really take advantage of, coming one side of the net to the other. Puck is cleared up but not out. Langbein swipes at it to try to keep it in, but the Dons are able to skate right back onto it, and it's cleared down in by Garcia. Landed on the forecheck. First one there is going to be Langbein. Langbein has it, loses the puck. Marmion skates out with it. It's thrown up through center ice. The aerial pass knocked away. Notre Dame takes it back, flips it back into the cadet zone. Knocked around to the near side. Zulo has it down to Langbein. In the slot with it is Landvit. Landvit on the backhand. Shot, rebound. And that puck was loose. The net came off the moorings, and we have another whistle.
You know, Aaron, if I had $1 for every time the net came off.
That's right. Yeah, that's 4 times here in the second period alone. And unfortunately for the Dons, the majority of the play has been down here to our left, and multiple offensive opportunities for the Dons have been blown dead because of that. Because of that net. So Notre Dame with a face-off now to the right of the Marmion goaltender. Esposito's on the draw. He's out there with Zeman and Malahi. He loses the draw, skated on to by Greco. Here comes Marmion. Greco with it, leaves it, shot, rebound, scored.
Man.
Andrew Galley pits the rebound on the shot from Samuel Greco, and Marmion takes a 3-1 lead. Andrew Galley was in the right place at the right time as Nick Delia was able to make the first save, and the second save went right to the stick of Galley, who hit an open net, and it's 3-1. So Dons have some work to do now. They're down 3-1. Second period has been the Dons' favorite period so far this season. They've played really, really well in the second periods, at least in every game that we've been a part of. And tonight's no different. They've played really good hockey here in the middle period. That one is thrown down, and that one's going to beat Delia from the point. A bouncing puck. Mark Pichetti again with a shot from the point, and it's 4-1 Marmion.
I think that's the one Delia is going to want back for sure.
Yeah, that was just a turning wrist shot, bouncing puck from the point, and it just bounced past Nick at that near post, and the Dons are in a 3-goal hole here. His defense comes back, pats him on the pad, says, "You're good, man. You got to keep your teammates up. You got to keep, especially your goalie, you got to keep his head in the game." And Dons are now down by 3. They're still out shooting Marmion 22-14, but it's 4-1 Marmion.
Yeah, down but not out. But I mean, as Yogi Berra has said it before, it ain't over till it's over.
It ain't over till it's over. You are absolutely right. So for Pichetti, that's his second goal of the evening. Other 2 goals scored by Samuel Greco and Andrew Galley. For the Dons, Jeremy Langbein with the 1 goal here tonight. Puck cleared up and in by Holton. That one's going to make the blue line. It won't be icing, though. Scaled around by the Cadets up into center ice, 2-on-1. Here come Blake Powers, passes behind the Marmion skater. He comes out with it. Notre Dame has it. Up into center ice with it is Leo Psycho. Psycho's got McPartland out there with Holton, rather. That one is thrown into the slot. I keep wanting to call him Horton. Skated on to by the Cadets. Knocked off the puck by Jacob Holton. That one's thrown out into center ice. Jack Taylor takes it for the Dons, and he just flips it down into the Marmion zone. McPartland gets it up, but not out. Langbein has it on his forehand. He's trying to center it. He had Garcia open in the slot. Back to the point with it is Nick Janke. Janke shoots the wrister. That one gets wide, and that one's in. Backhand goal. Marcio Garcia pots the rebound, picks up the varsity goal, and the Dons are within 2. It's 4-2.
You know, I had a great feeling he was going to light up the land. Number 10, Garcia, just had a lot of energy out there. And now it's 2-4.
Yep, Jeremy Langbein found Nick Janke at the far point. Nick fired in an accurate shot that deflected off the goaltender's pads. Marcio did the difficult work in the dirties, in that grubby area down in the paint, and he was able to bat that one in for a goal, and the Dons are within 2. Plenty of time left in this hockey game. 10:40 left in the second. Dons are out shooting Marmion 24-14, and they trail 4-2. So Marmion players dumped into the Notre Dame bench. Big hit by the Dons. The Dons continue to throw their weight around. Notre Dame has the puck. They try to center it there. They can't. 2 Dons players in the slot. Nobody home. Zulo has it. Up to Samuel Greco. Back to Zulo. Zulo gets it up and out. Langbein will skate onto it for the Dons. Notre Dame being very, very physical here this evening.
Yeah, Aaron, I gotta say that hit probably woke up the Dons bench there.
Certainly woke up the crowd as they got on their feet for that one. I believe that was Nick Janke who dumped the Marmion player into the Dons bench. And we have a whistle, and I think we're gonna have our first penalty of the game.
Who is it gonna be?
It's gonna be on Marmion. Notre Dame's gonna be on the power play. As Samuel Greco is going to go 2 minutes for, I think it was interference, and Notre Dame is going to be on the power play. So the Dons dug themselves a hole here, 4-1, giving up 2 quick goals in rapid succession here in the second period to trail 4-1, but they came right back as Marcio Garcia picked up his picked up a goal in the second period, and now the Dons are right back on the power play. It's gonna be their first opportunity here tonight with the man advantage. Up to Zeman. Zeman skates down the near boards, goes behind the net with it. Far half boards. It's Esposito back to the point to Zulo, back to Esposito. Anthony skates a circle down low to Zeman, back to Esposito. Nice save, rebound. Behind the net, in the skates.
Close opportunity.
Nice
there.
give and go for Zeman and Esposito. Zeman on it on the far half boards. Back to the point to Zulo. Back to Zeman. Zulo's able to keep it in for a second. That one's going to be bashed around the boards, up, and that one's going to come out to center ice where Zulo skates onto it for the Dons. Over to Zeman. Zeman wraps it around. Over the stick of the goaltender, comes around to the near side. Puck is cleared down. We're down to a minute left on the Dons' first power play of the game. They trail 4-2. They're out shooting Marmion 24-14 here through a period and a half. So off the skates of Zeman, he has to backhand it to Zulo, who gets it back up to Zeman. Zeman goes around one defender, throws it cross ice to Landvit. Landvit has to regroup, gets it back to Zulo. Aggressive forecheck by Marmion. Spencer Reisky has it. He just dumps it down around softly. Landvit's going to go down. He plays it to Malahi. Malahi has it. Seamus Malahi throws it in the slot, and it's covered up as Langbein was bearing down on the goaltender. So face off to the left of Viscomi for Marmion Academy. Landvit, Malahi, Langbein, Reisky, and I believe that's Brady Gill. I can't see the number from here. It is Brady Gill, and Brady Gill's able to keep it in for a second. Langbein has it for the Dons. He has his stick lifted, and that one's knocked out into center ice. Brady Gill throws it over to Malahi, but Seamus has to tag up, and that's going to give Sitar a chance to clear it up and around, and that one is cleared out by Andrew Galley. So that's going to do it on the penalty to Samuel Greco. We are still in a 4-2 hockey game. Dons down by a pair. Langbein has it 1-on-2, goes around Sitar. Come shot off the post, and that one, instead of going right to Langbein like their shot did off the post, it goes into the corner. Here comes a wrist shot. That one's deflected. I don't think that one made it through. That one comes across to Reisky. Spencer Reisky steps in, walks in. Shot goes high and wide. And that one's going to be iced. Man. Rolling puck is going to find its way down past the red line for an icing. So Jeremy Langbein looking for goal number 2. Hit the outside of that right post to keep it a 4-2 game. 7:04 left in the second. Dons now out shooting Marmion 26-14 in this hockey game. 9-3 here in the second period. Yet Marmion has extended their lead in the second period as they scored on two of those three shots. Pichetti up ahead to Owinski. Owinski gets it in the slot underneath the stick, and it's out to center ice. Over to Powers. That one's knocked down by Holton. Nice play by Holton using his hand, and he is able to clear that one in. Leo Psycho uses his body to separate the defender from the puck. Holton tries to center it. Stolen away by the Cadets. Out with it comes Marmion into center, or into the slot, and that one's cleared down in deep. Joey Zullo pins his man against the boards. The puck comes around to the other side. Owinski knocks Shannon off the puck. That shot is in on Delia. Nobody knows where it is, and it's in Joey Zullo's pads, and we have a whistle with 6:15 left in the second period. Still 4-2, so the Dons got down here 4-1 as they gave up two very, very quick goals within about 30 seconds of each other. But then they were able to get one back, so they've made a game of this. They're only down 2. Still plenty of hockey left to go here from the Mount Prospect Ice Arena. Notre Dame wins the draw. That one is hacked at and cleared up and out by the Dons. Esposito takes a big hit by Galley at center ice, separates him from the puck. Reisky knocks that one in, but the Dons have to tag up. Malahi comes down with a head of steam on that forecheck. Huge hit. It's in the corner between Malahi. Shot in on. Zeman is able to get it back to Reisky, who deflects that one in. Big hit in the corner between Powers and Malahi, and Seamus took the worst of that one. Up now comes Greco, 2-on-1 with Grano. Greco goes and Greco scores. Man. Another rebound. Samuel Greco. First shot saved by Delia. Second shot by Greco beats Delia, and it's 5-2. Talked about Samuel Greco in the pregame. He's now got 2 goals in this game. He came in with 9 points in 3 games for the Cadets, and he just keeps that streak rolling here with 2 more points here tonight. Difficult second period for Nick Delia. He's given up 3 goals on 5 shots. Notre Dame really has carried the play through most of this period, but at this point, they're down by more than they were at the end of the first, as Marmion's offense has exploded for 3 goals in the first 11 minutes of this period. Notre Dame has it. Zullo gets it up and around. Here comes Joey Zullo with it. Zullo with the shot. That one whistles wide. Brady Gill keeps that one in. Comes around to the near corner where the Cadets skate onto it. Overskates it. Jeremy Langbein tries to take it away. He can't. Zullo tries to get it on goal. It goes behind the goalie where Matthew Sitar has it. Cleared up but not out. Sitar on it again, and this time he's able to flip it up to the blue line, just over the blue line. Greco gets it up ahead into center ice where Garcia skates onto it. Comes cross ice up ahead to Langbein. Langbein comes down 2-on-2 with Landvit. Zullo joins the play. Zullo behind the net with it now. Comes cross ice, nobody home, not kept in by Garcia. He has to regroup for the Dons. He gets it up just out of the reach of Gill. That one's kept in by Landvit. Landvit whiffs on the pass, though, as he had Langbein streaking towards the net. That one's scaled around. That one's going to come out, and that will, if it makes it all the way down, it'll be icing, but I don't think it's going to make it all the way down. It doesn't. So it's not icing. Thrown right on Delia. Shot scored. That was a hustle goal by Owinski. That puck looked like it was going to be icing, but he never stopped skating, and he actually beat the puck to the red line, came off that near half boards and beat Nick Delia 5-hole, and the Dons are down 4.
100% hustle right there. Wow.
So Notre Dame out shooting Marmion 26-17, but they're trailing 6-2. Taylor throws it cross ice, nobody home. It's going to be taken over by Samuel Grano. And that one is cleared up and out. Psycho tries to take it away from Grano. He can't. Six-person scrum right here in front of us. Dons are able to tap it in. Skated onto by Galley. Galley with some speed down the far side. Galley with a goal here tonight. Galley goes in front, and Galley scores. So the floodgates have opened here for Marmion as Galley picks up his second goal of the game. And the Dons are now down by 5. It's 7-2.
Marmion just offensively overpowering Notre Dame right now, and Notre Dame scrambling for answers.
Yeah, and it's not, you can't pin it all on the goaltender as a lot of these goals have been multiple players in front of the goaltender with no Dons defender there to keep that player away from the goal. So it's been a lot of, 1-on-0. It's been a lot of skater on goalie action, and unfortunately for Nick Delia, he's been on the losing battle of most of those. That one's going to come around to the near side. So the Dons are now down 7-2 here in the second period. Quentin Huning has it, tries to clear it out, he can't. Marmion has it into the slot again, into the crease, and we have a whistle and the net. The net comes off the moorings down at the right, so we'll have a whistle and a face-off. 3:14 left in the second period. Dons trail 6-2. Normally we have an ice cleaning break between periods 2 and 3, but my assumption is with the COVID rules that they keep the kids from spending as much time in the locker room as they can. So that's what happened last night. We were expecting that break. It didn't happen. So if there's no ice cleaning, we'll take a quick break and we'll come back for third period action. But if there is ice cleaning, go get yourself something to drink, go grab some coffee, and come back and join us in 10. We'll let you know. 3:14 left in period 2. The Dons, what was a very close game, has rapidly turned into a runaway for Marmion as they trail 7-2 as 5 second period goals for Marmion turned a 2-1 game into a 7-2 game in a matter of about 15 minutes. Notre Dame skates onto it here. Zeman just out of the reach of Zeman. Michael Greco takes it, but Zeman gets it away from him. Zeman has it on the near half boards, goes cross ice to Huning. Huning's shot is a bouncer. Malahi throws it in the slot, nobody there. Rebound, Zeman on the backhand. Covered up, saved by Viscomi. So that was the first opportunity for the Dons in a few minutes as Marmion has really put the pressure on here over the last 3 or 4 minutes. .253 left in the period. Face off to the right of Viscomi. Face off won by the Dons. Esposito has it over to Zeman. Zeman's almost taken off his skates around behind the net with it, and he loses control of the puck, and out with it comes Marmion, 2-on-1. Here with it is Santiano Grano, and that one's saved by Delia. Nice blocker saved by Nick into the corner. Grano has it behind the net. Don skate out with it. Esposito has it now. Has the puck taken away from him. He throws his man down to the ice. Brady Gill has it for the Dons. Puck is thrown out into the slot, and the Dons are able to skate on to that one. Here comes Seamus Malahi. Malahi tries to go around his defender. He does. Tries to pick the high corner and just shoots it over the goal into the netting. And we will have a whistle and a face-off. And we're going to have another penalty called here on, I think that's going to be on Greco again. See if we can get the referee's call. Charging. You don't see many charging calls here in high school hockey, but you get a charging call on Samuel Greco. That's his second penalty of the game. Dons 0 for 1 on the power play, looking to end this second period on a high note as they're down 5, and this is an opportunity for them to try to get back into this one.
I actually wasn't expecting the call to be charging there. I was expecting to be maybe interference there, but nothing that came off the bat to look like charging there. But yeah, like you said, Greco back in the box, and hopefully it sparks something up for Notre Dame here as we're winding down the second period here.
I'm talking to the Marmion coaching staff.
maybe to get better clarification on the penalty.
I think they're maybe getting the wrong, I don't know if they're getting the wrong person. I don't know if maybe it wasn't supposed to be on Greco, because now you have another player down there who is standing outside the penalty box. This is going to be great to have the referees mic'd up so we could hear what they were doing.
I'm sure Notre Dame's saying, just send both of them in there. Why
Right,
not?
just put them both in there for 2 minutes if you can't figure it out.
Right.
And there are going to be 2 Marmion players in the penalty box here. So one of them is for charging. I don't know what the other one's for. And I wonder if, I think it might be a 2 and 10 type situation here.
I see. Okay. That's very interesting. Yeah, with Marmion's only being down 1 man.
Yeah, so Marmion's only down 1 man. I think it might be 2 and 10 because Greco's in there with another player, and once Greco's 2 minutes is up, the other player can come out of the box.
Interesting. Wow.
Zulo with the shot from the point goes just wide. Notre Dame has it now. Landvit with it. Goes cross ice to Zeman, back to Landvit. Shot kicked into the corner. Zeman back to the point to Zulo. Back in the corner. And that one is backhanded up and out into center ice. Jack Taylor on it for the Dons. Minute 37 left in the period. A minute 25 left on the penalty. Zulo up to Zeman through center ice. Shane Zeman skates onto it, loses control of the puck. Kept in by Langbein for a moment at the point. He's able to skate around his defender. Langbein goes with it, shot deflected by Landvit. Tried the one-timer, misplayed it a little bit. Landvit comes around to the near corner with it. On his backhand, forehand over to Langbein. Landvit's pounded in the corner there, but he plays the puck. Langbein has it back to the point to Taylor. Taylor with the shot, and that one is in. Rebound, power play goal. Jeremy Langbein picks up his second goal of the game, a power play goal, and the Dons aren't dead yet. It's 7-3.
Right as the period was expiring, too. Great timing for Notre Dame.
Yeah, that was a huge goal for Notre Dame there. That one was needed as they go to the penalty box, or they go to, getting ready to go to the third period as they're now down 7-3.
Looks like some of the Marmion players there were discussing the play there with a couple of the linesmen. And not sure where the confusion was. Referee discussing something with the Notre Dame bench.
There's a discussion at the discussion. Yeah, I think that's what happened because Samuel Greco's still in the penalty box, but the power play is up. So I have a feeling you got 2 minutes for charging and then a 10-minute game misconduct, so he'll be out till midway through the third period. Notre Dame wins the draw, and Garcia is able to slap that one down in and covered up by Viscomi. So Jeremy Langbein with 2 goals here tonight, give him 4 on the season. Gets the Dons a little bit closer here as we approach the end of period number 2. Esposito on the draw, he wins it, kept in, I don't know, they're gonna say that was stayed in the zone. That was clearly outside of the zone. Notre Dame caught a break there, and that one's cleared up and out. Ref missed that one. That was clearly outside of the blue line when Reisky knocked that one back in, but that's okay. We'll take any breaks we can get, right?
Yeah, I mean, Notre Dame keeps them in the zone, and hopefully they can capitalize off of it.
Esposito wins the draw back to Reisky. Reisky goes cross to Gill. Gill with the wrist shot that goes just wide. That one's deflected up into the netting, and we'll have another face-off. 23 seconds left now. Esposito is going to be out there with Garcia and Zulo, Reisky and Gill on the blue line for the Dons. Right on the goaltender, he covers up, and we'll have another face-off. 20.8 left. Dons now out shooting Marmion 30-19, but on the scoreboard, they trail 7-3. Reisky has it. It's down in the corner. Reisky uses his body to separate the man from the puck. The puck is centered. Notre Dame skates onto it with 7 seconds left. Esposito down into center ice. Tries for one more opportunity. 2 seconds. One. That one's going to go just wide. And that will be the end of period number 2. A tough period for the Dons. They came into the period trailing 2-1. They're going to leave it trailing 7-3. And Jesus and I will be back. Well, it looks like they are going to clean the ice. So Jesus and I will be back for third period action here in just a few minutes. So hang tight. We'll be right back. And we are back for third period action. The Dons have themselves a 3-goal hole to dig out of here as we enter the third period with them trailing 6-3. That was a wild second period. We came out of the first period with the Dons down 2-1. 2 goals within about 30 seconds of each other by Andrew Galley and Mark Pichetti. His second of the game would put Marmion up 4-1. Marcio Garcia would score to get the Dons within 2 at 4-2. 2 more goals by Marmion, another one by, one by Samuel Greco, his second of the game. And then a power play goal for Marmion would put them up 6-1. The Dons would get a late second period goal by Jeremy Langbine to make it 6-3 on the power play. And that's where we enter period number 3. The Dons are out shooting Marmion 30-19 through 2 periods. They outshot them 17-11 in the first period, outshot them 13-8 in the second period. But Nick Delia has had himself a bit of a struggle here so far this evening, giving up 6 shots on only 6 goals on only 19 shots. So, but a couple of those were, frankly, there were shots that he had no shot at. They were open nets, they were breakaways, they were 2-on-1s, they were situations where Nick was sort of left out to dry and did the best he could. There were a couple of goals that were scored from distance that I think he'd like to have back, but I don't think you can blame him for, at a bare minimum, I don't think you can blame him for 4 out of the 6. Dons will be going left to right. Zulo, Landvit, Langbine out there for the Dons. Jeremy with a pair of goals for Notre Dame here tonight. Goals number 3 and 4 on the season for the Dons assistant captain. Reisky has it over to Gill as the Dons win the opening draw. Zulo taps that one out to center ice. Langbine goes after it. He can't get there. First one on it is Marmion. Iwinski has it, and he's the one who scored that effort goal towards the end of the period, where he beat the puck down to the red line and avoided an icing. Landvit's hit hard. He goes down on all fours and heads right for the bench. We got a 2-on-1 the other way. The aerial pass goes high and wide. Langbine taps it ahead to Esposito. Anthony Esposito comes down 1-on-3 as the puck tapped away from him and skated onto by Notre Dame as it's stolen right back by Zeman. Zeman one-hands it down in deep. He has his legs taken out from underneath him. Play will continue. Notre Dame has it. Puck is Zulo wanted the puck. That was Taylor who wanted the puck. He was alone in the slot, but the pass wasn't made. That pass goes into the slot. Taylor on it now. Takes the shot. That one's deflected. Taylor keeps it in. Skates through a couple defenders. Jack Taylor down. Shot just wide. Just missed that far post. Jack Taylor bid to get the Dons within 2.
Great
that
shot.
One is centered. Backhand. Taylor tries to hack it towards the goal. No doing. And Marmion will come out with it. Cleared down deep by Pacheco. And McPartland will get there for Notre Dame. He gives it right away to a Marmion player. Around the other side, Esposito doesn't know the pass was made to him. And Marmion is able to get the puck out into the slot. Notre Dame tries to clear it out, and they are eventually able to as Zeman forces that one out with brute strength. Here comes Marmion. Shot. That one whistles wide off the stick of Gollinger. That one's going to come all the way back to the blue line. Doesn't clear the zone, though. So Taylor's going to have to skate onto it for Notre Dame. He backhands it around to Seamus Malahi. Malahi in the near corner, goes cross-ice with it, and that one just trickles outside of the zone, but it's fired right back in by the Cadets. Malahi is able to backhand that one up and out, and he'll go for a change. Georges out there with Holton and Psycho now for the Dons. Kept in for a moment by Huning, and Quitten's knocked off his feet by Pichetti, but he's able to get the puck in deep with 14.5 left in the hockey game. The Dons trail by 3. Holton now in the far corner, tries to center it. He's knocked down. Huning pinches, tries to keep the puck in. He flicks it into the slot, and Psycho's going to be there. A nice defensive play by Marmion's Owen Blanchard to knock that one away from Psycho. Psycho comes back the other direction, knocks Blanchard off the puck. Blanchard goes to his backhand. He loses it. Out with it comes Holton. Holton with some speed down the far side, throws it from a bad angle, tries to get a bounce or a tip, and that one goes wide. Marmion comes down now. Here comes Grano. Reisky pins him to the backboards. Zulo down there with Reisky. Zulo backhands it to Spencer Reisky, and he will set it up for Notre Dame. Comes across the far boards where that one's deflected out by Langbein, cleared back in, but Marmion has to tag up. Gives Gill a chance to get it up to Zulo. Zulo backhands it up into center ice to Langbein. Landvit back up ahead to Awinski, and he's knocked down by Langbein and Zulo. No whistle there, and Langbein avoids the hit at center ice, but it's skated onto by Galley. Galley behind his own net now, big strides. Andrew Galley comes out with a ton of speed down the far side, and he's pinned right up against the glass by Gill. Nice job by Brady Gill to stop that rush by Galley, dead in its tracks. Don's looking for 3 here, but they got to get 1 before they can get 2 and 3. They're down 6-3. 4.5 minutes into the period. It's kept in at the point by Greco. Shot goes high and wide. Comes around to the other side where Sitar is on it, and he's bashed up against the glass by Langbein. Puck into the slot, and we are going to have a penalty called here on the Dons. And that's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Zulo for firing that puck down net after the penalty was called. So we're going to have at least one 2-minute penalty on Brady Gill for cross-checking, and then Zulo is going to go as well. I don't know if his is a 2-minute or if his is a 10, but whistle blew, and he fired the puck down the opposite side, and ref immediately blew the whistle and flagged him to the penalty box. It's not going up on the board, so it looks like it's going to be a 10-minute misconduct on Joey Zulo. So the Dons are going to be a man down here for the next 2 minutes. They trail 6-3. 12:20 left in this hockey game. Refs are talking to the penalty box operator, or the scoreboard operator, I guess. Shots are still 30-19. That doesn't seem right. It doesn't look like they've been updating the shots on goal since the period started, because I do believe there have been shots on goal this period, but they haven't updated it on the scoreboard. The Dons still with a 30-19 shots advantage. They're still trailing 6-3. So they talked to head coach Blake Sorensen to let him know what exactly is going on here. We know we got Brady Gill in the penalty box, 2 minutes for cross-checking, and then Joey Zulo is in there as well, I believe, for 10 minutes for a misconduct penalty. And it looks like that's all that's going to show up on the board, so they got to fix the door by the Dons bench, as that one is open, so you can't play with an open door. And the 80 or so officials to my left to make sure that the referee knows that that door is open. They're having trouble closing it. There they go. And we are about ready to play some hockey. Face off to the left of Nick Delia. Face-off is won by Marmion, but it goes all the way out to center ice. Landvid on the forecheck for the Dons. Pacheco back to Gollinger, who has it now for Marmion, looking for a path into the Notre Dame zone. They get it as Pacheco skates in with it. Pacheco whiffs on the shot. Delia is able to poke that one into the corner. Pacheco comes out with it back to Heath Powers, and he misplays it out to center ice. Powers skate to stick, skates up across the red line, flips it past Esposito. Doesn't get it down in deep, though, and Anthony Esposito skates out with it. Trying to go 1-on-5, he's unable to, and Powers takes it away from him. Up now to Pichetti, who's got a couple of goals, and that one is scaled all the way down by Notre Dame. Minute 6 left on the penalty to Brady Gill. 11:23 left in the game. Don still trail by 3 goals. Zeman has it, turns, takes his time, and throws it down the length of the ice. Powers leaves it for Blake Powers. Heath leaves it for Blake. Blake has it down deep with Reisky on him. It's centered. There's nobody there, and the Dons are able to fire that one the length of the ice. That one will make it down on goaltender Viscomi. 32 seconds left on the power play. 10:50 left in the game. Dons down 6-3. Guess that was the first shot on goal here in the third period, as that is the first registered shot. 31-19 now for Notre Dame. Out with it with a lot of speed comes Galley. He closes it, throws it down to the far side, looking for a teammate. Misses him. That's going to go the length of the ice, cross the red line, and it will be an icing. So the Dons will have an offensive zone face-off here with 10 seconds left on the PK. They trail 6-3. Georges is out there with Psycho, Garcia, and Reisky to finish off this PK. It's won by Marmion, but that's going to just about do it for the power play. As Brady Gill's about to step out of the box, he steps out of the box, and the Dons are able to kill that penalty. First penalty of the game called on Notre Dame. Dons are able to kill that one off. Dons take it there. Leo Psycho has it for Notre Dame. Tries to hit Malahi in stride, but that one's going to be icing. We are 7 minutes into the third period. No scoring here in the third after 9 goals scored in the first 2 periods. 6 by Marmion, 3 by Notre Dame. But again, the Dons, they haven't played badly there. They're out shooting Marmion 31-19. They looked pretty solid in both periods. They made a few defensive mistakes. Nick Delia gave up a couple of goals that again, I think he'd like to have back. But, start to finish, the Dons have looked pretty good here tonight.
Yeah, offensively, very strong. And I think, yeah, like you said, if they clean up some of those defensive mistakes, I think we have a whole different game ahead of our hands, Aaron. Yep,
they need to tighten things up over the final 10 minutes, but at the same time, try to take some smart chances that will allow them to get back into this one. And this is something you don't see every day. Both teams' captains are currently sitting in the penalty box serving misconducts. You've got Samuel Greco serving a misconduct for Marmion, and you've got Joey Zulo serving one for Notre Dame. So puck is kept in by the Dons behind the net. Zeman centers it, nobody there. Shannon has it, he whips it back around. Zeman on it for Notre Dame in the near corner, comes out with it back to Huning at the point. Quentin Huning with the shot, that one in on the blocker of Viscomi, and then he's able to block that down into his pads and cover up. So that was the first real opportunity for really either team here in that period, and it was a nice hard shot by Quentin from the point that Viscomi was able to hold on to. 9:22 now left in the third period. Dons still need 3. They win the draw. Huning has it back over to Shannon, and Shannon tries to play it away from the Marmion defender and backhands it into the Marmion bench from about 6 feet away. No cadets were hurt in the making of this film, as the faceoff will come outside of the Marmion zone.
I think I flinched from here.
Yeah. You got to have some quick reflexes down there on the bench to avoid those. Face-off won by Marmion. Into the skates of Hunig. Here comes Galley. Galley in on Delia, and Nick's able to make the save there.
Wow, Galley came in with some speed right there.
Yep. Zeman comes down the other way, and he dumps it in deep. It's going to be taken over by the Cadets, stolen away by Zeman. Zeman and Langbein on the forecheck for Notre Dame. 2-on-1 in that near corner. Langbein's pinned against the boards. Shane Zeman comes out from behind the net with it. Backhands it to Hunig. Quentin Hunig plays it back into the far corner. Landvit is going to be on it for Notre Dame. He gets it over to Zeman. Zeman back, tries to hit Hunig at the point. Just out of, puck is stolen away. And Quentin goes after it with Santino Grano on him, and he buries Grano up against the corner boards.
Do it, you dog. That was a great hit.
That's 2 or 3 hits from Quentin Hunig tonight, using his body to just lay out Marmion skaters. Shot from Marmion is gloved down by Delia, and we will have a whistle with 8:10 left in the hockey game. The Dons trail 6-3. They're out shooting Marmion 32-21. But they trail on the scoreboard, 6-3. 2 goals tonight by Jeremy Langbein, 1 by Marcio Garcia, who got the call-up. He's playing his second hockey game in about 3 hours as he starred on the JV team that emerged victorious 5-1. He had 2 assists in that one. He's got a goal in the varsity game. The Dons looking for 3 here in the final 8.
None of that slowed Garcia down, though. He was the first one down on the ice there.
Yeah, I got trouble walking up the stairs in the morning. This kid's playing 2 hockey games in 3 hours. Marmion tries to get the puck out. They can't. It's backhanded towards the goal. Deflected into the corner. Esposito tries to play it. He can't. And that's what happens when you pinch. We got a 2-on-1, but Brady Gill comes back and defends that one nicely as he forces Blanchard to come in offside. So time's ticking away on the Dons here. They've played a much better defensive third period than they did either the first or the second, but the offense has not followed suit, and we're still stuck in this 6-3 rut that we were at after 2. Face-off won by Galley. Galley comes in. His shot goes wide of Delia. Dons flip it out to Malahi. Malahi tries to go cross ice to Psycho. He can't. Delia is able to block her that one down. Greco back out onto the ice for the first time in like 15 minutes, so he's eager. Malahi tries to go through his defender. He can't. Greco throws it into his own corner. Leo Psycho on the forecheck knocks it away from Heath Powers. Kept in by the Dons. Georges has it for a second, then loses it to Greco. Here comes Samuel Greco with a head of steam. Looks up ahead. Shot is deflected into the corner, and Santino Grano is on it, but then he loses it, and the Dons are out with it. Out to center ice is Psycho. Psycho tries to avoid the hit. He's stopped in his tracks, and Marmion will take over again. Up into center ice, nobody home. Dons have it. Malahi has it now, drops it for Zeman. Zeman whiffs on the shot, gets another opportunity. Puck goes right through the slot. Malahi wasn't looking, and he had an open net if he was just skating towards the puck. He had his head facing the corner, and the puck was right behind him.
Aaron, what would Eddie O always say? Keep your stick on the ice. Man, Malahi needed it there.
Keep your stick on the ice and keep your eye on the puck. And those 2 things didn't happen there for Seamus Malahi, unfortunately. 2 to a side now in the far corner to the left of Nick Delia. It's dug out by Marmion. Another hit in the corner, this time by McPartland. That one is thrown behind the net. Langbein is able to fend off his defender, take the puck, and he whiffs on the initial pass. Skates out into center ice. He's got Powers all over him, and he takes 3 guys with him in the corner. And a Marmion stick explodes. Shot from the point, deflected just wide. Double hit in the corner. Shannon has it. Shannon with the shot. It's deflected in onto the near half boards. Zeman going after it with Sitar. That one's put on goal, deflected into the far corner, and Marmion will skate out with it. Anthony Pacheco comes down, leaves it for Gollinger. Gollinger's shot saved by Nick Delia. Backhanded on Delia. Delia makes the secondary save and the third save. Out of the corner with it comes Pichetti. Pichetti with the shot. Nice pad save by Nick Delia. Dons skate onto it here, 2-on-3. Langbein throws it on goal. That one goes just wide. The Dons are looking to change here. Cleared up and in, but Dons have to tag up. Esposito tags out, comes right back in, and it's kept in by the Dons. Esposito goes skate to stick. Holton with it now. Jacob Holton throws it towards net, off the glove of the goalie. Dons with it again, backhanded towards the goal, deflected but not out. Spencer Reisky with the hard shot. That one is going to be cleared out and past Reisky. 4.5 left now in the third period. They're not going to call icing. I think Spencer Reisky was anticipating an icing there. Here comes Holton again with some speed. He's got Garcia with him. Jacob Holton goes behind the net, centers it, and that one is going to be covered up. Good speed, good idea. Nice play by Jacob Holton as he throws a couple of cross checks at the head of a Marmion player after the whistle.
Oh!
And
hold on,
we had a Don player knocked to his backside by Heath Powers long after the whistle, and he is being summarily ejected from this hockey game after that one. That was about 30 seconds after the whistle there as Heath Powers came in and just knocked Leo Psycho down, seemingly for no reason.
Right, yeah, wow. I mean, Powers, I cannot have that in the game at all. It's definitely going to call for a game misconduct and some
now
more
Psycho
chippiness.
is getting it, more chippiness here at center ice between Aaron Munson and Leo Psycho. We have the replay here. It looks like Leo Psycho took the water bottle. If you saw the replay there, he took the water bottle from behind the Marmion goaltender, and Heath Powers took some serious exception to that and decided that was enough to knock Leo down on his backside, and that's he's going to go for that one.
He crossed the line.
You see Leo taking a drink from the water bottle there, and Powers did not like that very much. So we have sort of a stoppage here as the officials are talking to the Marmion coaching staff to let him know, but something tells me that you're going to end up with a Dons power play when this is all said and done. They're out shooting Marmion 38-24. There's 4:07 left, and Notre Dame trails by 3. Leo is continuing to have words with Captain Samuel Greco down at the other end, but I mean, I get it, I guess, like that's my goalie. You don't go near my goalie, but he didn't touch the goalie. He just drank from his water bottle, and Heath Powers did not like that very much, and he made it clear, and that was just the wrong time to make that clear, 30 seconds after the whistle. So
I guess, yeah. I mean, and they're up too. I mean, I'm not sure what he's got on his temper, but I mean, it's safe to say Marmion's got each other's backs, I guess.
Right. I mean, when you're up by 3 with 4 minutes left, that isn't the right time to take an unnecessary shot. I mean,
right.
This is hockey. If you want to make a point, wait for the puck to drop.
Right.
And then throw your body around or score a goal, do something like that. But yeah, we're going to have a 5-minute major called here on Heath Powers. So the Dons are going to be on the power play for the rest of the game. As this is a major, they score as many goals as they can on this major. So if they were looking for an opportunity to get back into it, this would be it. The Dons are going to be a man up for the remainder of this hockey game as a 5-minute major is going to be called on Heath Powers for hitting after the whistle, roughing, and whatever you want to refer to it as. But the Dons are going to be a man up now.
Notre Dame has got to cash in on this for sure.
You got to cash in early. You got to get yourself to a point where if you need to, you don't want to pull the goalie down by 3 with 3.5 minutes left. I mean, you want to get a goal here quickly, and then see what happens. If you can get a goal in the first minute of this man advantage, now you're down 2 with 3 minutes left, and you're still up by a man. You don't want this to run too long before you're able to pick up that first one.
Right, and it looks like that's what they're discussing here on the benches before play resumes.
Looks like Georges, they're going to change up and bring their top line back out there as Esposito comes out with Zeman and Garcia, with Gill and Reisky back on the point. And this is where the major to Zullo is hurting him, because this is Joey Zullo time. This is exactly where Joey Zullo, he would probably be out there for the vast majority of these last 4 minutes as he runs the point for Notre Dame on the power play. So he's finishing up his 10-minute misconduct, probably dying to get back out there and get some power play time here in the final 4 minutes. So you got 5 Dons players talking to 1 Marmion player here down in front of us. Still talking about what's happening. I think now they're talking about where the face-off is going to be. Now they're talking to the Marmion goaltender. If only I had binoculars for the ears and I could hear what they were saying. It makes it, I'm only assuming here as to what they're talking about, but they're probably explaining why there was no penalty called on Notre Dame after the whistle.
And we can't even read the lips of the referee since
right.
he has that
He's got a mask on, right. So face-off will be to the right of Viscomi. Notre Dame down by 3. They're going to be on the power play for the rest of this hockey game. Garcia has it behind the net, gets it back up to Reisky. Reisky mishandles it, but is able to clear it back down in deep. Zeman will take it for Notre Dame there. Zeman over to Gill. Gill down to Reisky. Reisky with the shot. That one deflects up into the netting. Face-off called. Up to 39 shots for Notre Dame now. They're out shooting Marmion 39-24. So the offense hasn't been a problem here tonight for Notre Dame. They just had about a 7 or 8 minute lapse of defensive judgment there between the first and second periods that saw them fall into a pretty substantial hole. Cleared up. It hits a stanchion and out, and the Marmion player falls down. Greco falls down, and he's still able to get that one into the Notre Dame zone. Gill has it now over to Reisky. Reisky misplays it, gets it across to Zeman. Zeman now skates out in front of Nick Delia. Passed through the legs of Esposito, cleared back down for Marmion. 3:12 left. Notre Dame looking for 3 goals here. They're going to be a man up for the rest of the hockey game. Brady Gill tries to go cross ice to Zeman. Zeman loses an edge. Greco backhands it to Esposito. Esposito gets it up to Garcia. Dons come down 3-on-3. Tries the back pass to Esposito. Nobody there. And that one is cleared down by the Cadets. Down under 3 minutes now. Taylor on it for the Dons. Up ahead, and it's taken away by Marmion, but the Dons get it right back. Here comes McPartland, and he clears that one in deep. 2.5 left now. Marmion gets it up. McPartland clears it down in deep, and it's going to come around to Owinski. It takes a funny bounce, and to Taylor, who plays it to Zeman, who tries to get it to Langbein, but misses him, and he's got to come all the way back. 2:17 now in the third period. Langbein tries to go the long pass to Landvit. That one's going to be knocked down right to Owinski. Owinski breaks in all alone, and he scores shorthanded. So tough break for Notre Dame there, as Marmion was just trying to clear the puck, and a Notre Dame player batted it with his stick, and it bounced right down to Owinski, who broke in all alone and beat Nick Delia shorthanded, and the Dons are down 7-3.
Man, talk about right place, right time. Puck just came right to him and took advantage of the opportunity there.
Yeah,
wow.
that was a bad break for the Dons, as Marmion was really just looking to clear that one the length of the ice, but it deflected off of a Notre Dame stick right to Owinski, who scored his second goal of the game. He had that effort goal back in the second, beating the puck down to the red line to avoid an icing.
Give me PTSD.
Galley with it now for Marmion. He skates out with it, just kills time. Grano on it now. He's being harassed by Psycho. Up ahead to Galley. Gill has it, cross ice to Reisky. Reisky clears it in deep. 2 minutes left. Dons trail by 4. Up, around, and not out. Kept in by Notre Dame for a second. Marmion is able to skate onto it, clear it around. Up and out. Reiske's going to be the first one on it for the Dons. Up to Holton. Holton tips it to Psycho. Psycho comes down with Georges. He's knocked off the puck, and that one is cleared up. It hit the pole right by the Marmion bench and bounced into the Marmion zone, but then cleared down in by the Cadets. So Dons look like they're going to drop this one as they trail 7-3 here. As Pachetti's able to keep it in for a second, skated onto by Notre Dame. Garcia with it now. Garcia has it tipped away. Here comes Janke with it. Now Nick Janke with the shot goes high and wide. Shannon with the shot from the point. That one deflects towards goal. Janke behind the net now. The wraparound knocks the net off its moorings. So the clock stops with 1:02 left. Notre Dame 40 shots on goal. 25 for Marmion, but Marmion leads 7-3. Face-off will be to the left of the Marmion goaltender. Psycho out there with Georges and Holton. That one's deflected towards the goal. That one's on net, and the save is made. So this Dons offense continues to plug away, even though the outcome of this one's pretty much been secured. The offense continues to press, tries to end on a positive note, tries to practice good behaviors, and end this hockey game on a positive note. Georges loses the draw. Out with it comes Galley. Galley comes down on the breakaway. Here comes Galley, goes forehand, backhand, beats Delia 5-hole, and it's 8-3. So Marmion just continues to pour it on here in the third period. That's 2 goals in this one for Andrew Galley, who came in with 3 goals and 5 assists in 3 games. He's got a couple more goals tonight. This Marmion offense is something to behold. It's 8-3.
All while still being shorthanded. Wow.
Yep. 2 shorthanded goals on this power play for Marmion. .7 left. Face off won by Samuel Greco. Greco's shot blocked into the corner by Delia. Dons have it now. Up through the neutral zone with it is Holton. Jacob Holton comes down, goes wide with it, bouncing puck off his stick. Alex Georges with it in the corner, tries to find Psycho in the slot. His stick gets lifted and it's cleared out to center ice by Marmion. The final 10 seconds, Dons are going to drop their second in a row as they fall to a very, very tough Marmion Academy team here by the final score of 8-3, and that will do it. So the Dons drop this one 8-3, and we've got some hitting after the whistle as a couple players come at Hunig. There's a very late hit after the whistle, and
no one's helping them out either.
Well, they can't. That's the thing. You know, if you're the Dons coaching staff, you did the right thing by telling your players to stay away, because that's a quick way to lose a game or two if you get caught. And you see the coach right now saying, get down to your side of it, get down to the locker room now. This is over with. It's a quick way to lose a game or two if you're a hockey player, if you're a high school hockey player, and you get into something after the whistle like that. So it's unfortunate that Quentin had to defend himself against 6 or 7 Marmion players there, but Coach Sorensen did the right thing controlling his teammates there. So the Dons dropped this one 8-3. They lose their second in a row. They did outshoot Marmion here 41-27. A couple of goals by Jeremy Langbein, one by Marcio Garcia would account for the Notre Dame offense here tonight, but that Marmion offense just a little too much to handle. So for us, we're going to be back in action here, I believe, next Sunday night is our next broadcast. The Dons are next back in action here on Tuesday, but we won't be around for that one. You guys will have to follow that game elsewhere. But we'll be back with you on Sunday night for more Dons action. So for Jesus Mauricio and Eric Willowite, my name is Aaron Shellen, and once again from the Mount Prospect Ice Arena, Your Dons fall to Marmion Academy by the final score of 8-3. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll talk to you next Sunday.